So we are making some big changes around here. The boys are officially homeschooled. I decided to homeschool the boys for several reasons, and yesterday was their very last day of public school. We are heading to Medford right now because we're going car shopping. We have to get a second car, especially because I'm going to be homeschooling the boys. The boys still want to do their instruments. Blaine does trumpet and Merrick does violin, and they're allowed to keep doing that at their schools, which means that they have to be at school every day for their band classes. And Merrick is going to start taking acting classes starting in January, and the acting classes are all the way in Ashland every Friday, so we need a car. We're looking for an SUV, and that is what we're going to find right now. All right, we're gonna test drive this soccer mom van. What do you think about it? Yeah? Raya likes the van. Oh, she kicked her shoe off. She liked it so much. Now, the reason we're looking at minivans right now is because our price range is really low. We just have to have a second car, so we don't have a lot of time to save up money, so we don't have a lot of money to spend, and our options are limited. Literally, there's like just a few cars that we can look at in our price range, so. We're driving! Yeah. Raya does this thing now where she gasps. She's like, oh, where are we going? I think we're gonna go back and get the first vehicle we looked at, because the van that we just test drove, it had a weird rattle to it, and the lights, when it would sit in idle, they would kind of flicker, and there was just some weird things that we didn't like about it. So we're gonna go with the SUV, plus the SUV was cheaper anyway. All right, here it is. I am driving my new car home. That feels so weird to say. It's so weird that we just woke up this morning and went out and bought a vehicle. Look how beautiful. The fog and the mountains, I love it. Here's our new vehicle, Mary. What do you think of it?
I think it's pretty cool.
Look, there's a picnic table in this car.
What?
There's a picnic table in this car. Nope. Ta-da! There it is. Oh. See the legs on it? You can take it out. And everything. Yeah.
Did you just give you that for free?
It came with the car. And this car is an automatic, which is not the best thing in my opinion, but it's okay. It'll take some getting used to. And it's all-wheel drive, so we can take it on like back roads. And yeah, it's a Honda. And we can go on like some of the tiny roads that we could not take the Fiesta on, so we can get to some of the trails that we've always wanted to go hiking on but never could before. The heat and air works in it pretty well. It was toasty on the way back home. Here it is. Kind of boxy. We were just Skyping with my mom, and Raya was so cute. She was like touching the screen. She was really confused, like how we were talking to a screen, I guess. Is that Nana? She's saying, nah, 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 and pushing, pointing. I'm about to take Blaine to a friend's house, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna take Kira with us because Kira never gets to ride in the car, and now that we have that car, we can take her. All right, Kira, go on.
Kira, come here.
Up.
Kira.
Come
here. Come on.
She doesn't understand. Kira. Oh, she, oh my God.
Come on, come on.
What a wussy dog.
Come on. Well, we gotta get you a ramp. Come on.
Then you'll have to pick her up and toss her in.
Oh, come here.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. We're all in the car together for the first time. Raya's wanting Kira. Kira, what's happening? Raya wants to pet Kira so bad. Hey boys, how much room do you have back there with the car seat? You have a lot more room?
Than last time.
Yeah. Woo woo woo.
And this is
Kira,
open so we can actually like put stuff right here.
Oh yeah, you've got a lot more foot space. It feels so weird with us all being in the car at the same time, doesn't it, boys? Like with Kira in the car too. We can go places now and take Kira with us without having to board her. So it will actually be cheaper for us to take trips now. We're taking Blaine to drop him off at a friend's house. He's gonna stay the night there. And his friend has a cool view of Grants Pass. So we're heading up a hill. I'll show you the view when we get to the top. We're putting the new car to the test. We're going up these hills. All right, here is the view. It's Grants Pass. It looks a lot cooler at night because you can see all the lights. Come on, Merrick, let's go. Well, we are at home now. I wanted to tell you a few reasons that we've decided to do homeschooling. The biggest reason is our lifestyle, because we do not eat animals, and public school kind of pushes animal products onto the kids. Like Blaine had a science class where they did an experiment and the kids had to eat gummies, but the gummies had gelatin, so he couldn't participate. So he just had to like sit there for an hour not doing the science experiment with the other kids. And Merrick had a nutrition class that he did not like at all. He came home complaining about it. And we started thinking about homeschooling after that. But then I was pushed over the edge last week when Merrick received a writing assignment that was, imagine you are a turkey the day before Thanksgiving. So like, how morbid can you get? Seriously. Even if you're not a vegetarian or vegan, like, how can you write that story without it being about death or trying to avoid death or killing or like death in some way because you're a turkey before Thanksgiving? So I found it extremely morbid, and I told Merrick he did not have to do that assignment because it was completely against our morals. And Merrick's a really good kid. He can't just not do a writing assignment. So he attempted to write the story. It was about a turkey whose friends and family were all being shot and killed. And the turkey was hiding and trying to fight his tears. And it was just a really, really sad and depressing story. So he didn't finish writing it, and I talked to his teacher and she excused him from the writing assignment. But after that happened, I was just like, you know what, let's go for it. Let's just jump into it and do this whole homeschool thing, because I think it could be beneficial in a lot of ways, not just our lifestyle, but education and like learning in general. Blaine's a really slow learner, and he's failing all of his classes, and he's been failing all of his classes for years, and he's not learning anything because he's always falling behind. He only gets moved up because of his age, and they don't want to hold him back anymore. If it doesn't work out, like we'll try it for the rest of the year or something, and if it doesn't work out, I told them that they can go back to public school. You know, this was also their choice, not just mine. So we're all trying it out to see how it goes, and wish us luck. Also, if you have any advice for us about new homeschoolers starting out, because I know some of you homeschool also, then I am open to advice, because I really don't know what I'm doing at all. I grew up in public school. My kids have grown up in public schools, I mean up until this point, and I have never saw myself, I've never even considered homeschooling at all. So this is completely new to me. Anyways, I am gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you for watching. See ya.